I'm not gonna go biscuits, bro. Biscuits are fake. I will not go Iceborne this game. My team desperately needs a Serpent's Fang, and that will be me. My team desperately needs a Serpent's Fang, and that can only be fulfilled by me. I mean, I could go Iceborne Fang into crit, but Iceborne is ignored by Yasuo, so Trinity Fang Collector.
미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
Okay.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
비비린내 나는 복수를 선사하마. 안전이 제일이지.
Trinity Fang Collector.
시면으로 거의 보내드리지. 죽음의 파도를 타고 내가 돌아왔다.
Jungler's padding towards me.
배신자에게 참이란 없다. 금발을 내놓아.
What? Hello? Minions? Come here.
죽음은 날 반기지 않더군.
Let's go.
바다나 인간이나 믿을 수 없긴 매 한 가지. 쓰레기 같은 놈. 심판의 날이 다가온다.
아군이 당했습니다.
눈물바다가 뭔지 보여주지. 상어밥을 만들어주지. 죽음을 뒤덮어주마. 버러지들, 절망이 뭔지 똑똑히 보여주마.
적을 처치했습니다.
내 손에 넣을 막을 수 없는 건 모조리 불살라주지. 쓰레기 같은 놈. 천천히 죽여주마. 이번엔 감 잡았다.
작작해라.
기필코 내 걸 되찾아주마. 빌지워터로 다시 돌아갈 때가 되었다. 벌어지들. 난도질을 해주마.
학살 중입니다.
Our jungler has so much tempo, it's insane.
더 강해져서 돌아오마.
This is nice. I gave my oh.
아군을 당했습니다. 제압되었습니다.
쉽게 죽여주진 않겠다. 언제나 이를 잘 살펴야지.
처치했습니다.
Chug.
적을 처치했습니다.
가차없이
아군을 당했습니다.
화양맛 좀 봐라. 쓰레기 같은 놈. 내 사전에 인내심이란 없지.
Really? He had vision of me, I guess.
증오는 어린애들이나
Yeah, there's not a control ward, so he must have had vision of me.
금화를 내놓아.
How else would he know that I wasn't gonna walk through the bush?
더블 킬.
숨쉴 틈도 없게 만들어주마. 타올라라.
학살 중입니다.
그렇지. 이런 건 백분. 내 영혼은 그대로다. 금화를 내놓아. 천천히 놀아드리지. 학살 계속. 벌어지네.
아군을 당했습니다. 적을 처치했습니다. 아군을 당했습니다.
나도 좀 쏘거든.
지켜보고 있다. 니놈들 해골에
I don't want my team to get tilted. I want them to know, yo, I'm ahead, we're good. Trice is ahead, we're good.
배신은 상처에 소금을 뿌린 것만큼이나 쓰라리다.
아군이 당했습니다.
타오르는 불길 속에서 난 내 증오를 보았지. 바다는 잊었겠지만 난 잊지 않았다.
Oh, you're so lucky. Somebody here? Why is he playing like he has somebody here? Is Echo on Olaf's top side? We have to think about that. I don't know where Echo is. But that Ambessa's not playing like she's afraid. She should be. Has item, yep. Has item. Classic.
자비는 내 배와 함께 사라진 지 오래다.
Oh shit.
저 날뛰고 있습니다.
What do I do about the Ambessa? I try to match it, I think.
절대 믿지 마라. 빌려주지.
Well, Ambessa is done for.
쓰레기 같은 놈. 화약통이다. 총이든 칼이든 상관없지. 금화를 내놓아. 쓰레기 같은 놈. 그냥 귤이 아니라 감귤이야. 벌어지네. 포탄 세를 받아라.
Could have been cleaner without using my ult, but we got the kill.
학살자의 부두에 매달아 버려라.
파괴했어. 곧 포탑방패가
금화를 내놓아.
적을
징징거려봐.
처치했어.
용없다.
Wait, we have Chinese in? Wait, I think we have a Chinese mid laner, Chinese Xin Zhao. He has 130 ping. Wait, that doesn't make sense. No. You wouldn't get 130 ping from China, would you? I don't think you'd get that much ping from China. So, EU? I don't know. What gives you that much ping? Nice try. That was actually really clean. Clean attempt.
전장의 지배자.
Yeah, literally, what gives you that much ping?
아군이 당했습니다.
말은 필요 없다. 몸으로 보여주마. 내 심장은 강철로 만들어졌다. 쓰레기 같은 놈, 피비린내 나는 복수를 선사하마. 금화를 내놓아. 거라지들, 오늘은 몇 놈이나 죽어나갈까?
적이 쌀 중입니다. 제압되었습니다. 더블킬.
Nope.
난 망자들의 전설이다. 안전이 제일이지.
We're trying to play around Xin, but Xin is not Xin will not carry the game.
돌아오마. 또 간다. 파도를 타고 내가 돌아왔다.
I mean, Echo's dead. We could probably just do Dragon.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다. 제압되었습니다. 파괴했습니다.
저에게 자비란 없다.
I flash up soon.
죽음은 날 반기지 않더군. 어림없다.
Damn. I thought I could get my Q off. I couldn't. GPR, GG. Please wait my ult next time. Wait my ult is GG. Can win, but we just need to wait for Gangplank ult. We're throwing away our lead at the air. Literally just at the air.
바다나 인간이나 믿을 수 없긴 매 한 가지. 잡아보시지. 심판의 날이 다가온다.
I've got my TP up.
내 손에 넣을 수 없는 건 모조리 불살라주지.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
제 포기야.
Hard to control them, bro. It's so hard to control them. They all just want to run it down. Should die.
한결났군. 타올라라. 아직 제대로 시작도 안 했다.
Double TP. What the fuck? Okay, Lu ult, double TP.
않겠다.
Our jungler keeps trying to run it down. He needs to lock in, bro. Game is not won yet. Game is not over. I'm doing a lot to avoid the game being lost.
차 없이 쳐다남아. 내 사전에 인내심이란 없지. 금화를 내놓아.
I'm not gonna lie, level 16 Gangplank ult is at 22 minutes is disgusting. They need to not die while I push bot lane, and I need to also not die here.
이런 건 백분. 내 영혼은 그대로다.
This is a very sensitive point in the game.
화약통이다.
적을 처치했습니다.
Oh my gosh.
상처에
Nice!
그만큼이나 쓰라리.
적을 파괴했습니다.
쓰레기 같은 놈.
적을 파괴했습니다.
Nice!
적을 처치했습니다.
타오르는 불길 속에서
적을 파괴했습니다.
흉물을 보았지.
Actually, I don't care about this. I need to save my flash. I shouldn't troll for a highlight clip.
화약만 좀 봐라.
Nice. Nice. The game was close to being thrown. It was close to being thrown. But we didn't let it get thrown. We played well. We didn't allow the game to be thrown. That's good. I'm proud of myself. We played well. I'm going to honor the Olaf and the Nautilus. Very nice. Very, very, very nice win. Should we wait it out a little bit? Maybe we should wait it out a little bit. All right, let's go look at the patch notes. This is the patch notes chat. Those barrels are nukes. Yeah, they're good. W attacks can no longer be canceled on Briar. R post cast time 0.25 scaling with attack speed turns into 0.15. Fiddlesticks. W got buffed. What? They buffed the AP scaling on his W? Bro, that champ is already Thanos. Holy. Gangplank buff. Aurelia's buffed. In fact, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. The Gangplank buffs have just been announced. And here's what they are. Gangplank's Q cost went from 55 to 35 to 50 to 30. And the R cooldown has gone from 170 to 130 to now 160 to 120. So down by 10 seconds, down by 5 mana. Now, let me say a few things. First of all, are these buffs good? The answer is they're good. They're good. They're not anything crazy, but they're following the buff pattern that Riot is doing. So here's something that is a little bit worrying, is that all the buffs Gangplank has been received has not been numbers to his kit. Really. It's not been like, oh, the damage AD on your barrel, on your Q, on your ult. None of this stuff is really changing. They're buffing the stats of the character itself. And that is scary, because anytime that happens, those champions tend to be very strong in professional play as well. And we don't want Gangplank to become a professional play character. And you might be saying, well, why is that? The reason is because he will get nerfed in the wrong ways afterwards. So pro players will use him, and then Riot say, let's kill him, and then he'll end up being way weaker than he was before. So this is very worrying that he's been getting a lot of stat buffs. Now, how good are these buffs? On average on Gangplank, before your first recall, you should be using your Q, I would say about 10 times. So 10 times, 5 mana less, that's 50 mana. Obviously at level 5, when you're probably taking your first recall, your Q is already lower. It's at like 45 mana, so now it'll be at 40, right? Yeah, the math is mathing. Yeah, so your Q will be at 40 mana. So this looks like 2 extra Qs in laning phase. That's what this looks like. It could be 1 Q and an orange, or 2 extra Qs early in laning phase. Now, after you recall with Sheen, this is also going to be like an extra like 3 or 4 Qs an extra 4 Qs in laning phase, which is nice. It's not anything crazy, because I'm going to be honest with you, Gangplank's Q is not that great of a spell. Like in laning phase, harassing your opponent, your Q isn't really what's doing everything. It's your barrels. Your Q is kind of like a cosmetic ability for the most part. But here's what I will say, is that it's nice. It's a quality of life buff. Now, some people are asking, should I stop taking Mana Flow Band because of this? No. No. It just makes what you do better. That's all. It makes what you do better, but it's not a game-changing buff. It's not a rune-altering buff. It's just nice. Now, let's talk about the ult. 170 to 130, 160 to 120. That's 10 seconds off. That is nice. That is really nice. If you watch me, you know I play a lot of AP Gangplank. And the thing about AP Gangplank is he's usually useful when his ulti is up. So 10 seconds off of the ult, woo, that's going to be nice. So if you run my setup on APGP with Malignant, with Ultimate Hunter, Axiom Arcanist, your ulti is going to go from a 58 second cooldown to like a 52 second cooldown. And that is nice. That is very, very, very nice. So especially early game, Gangplank's not getting a whole lot of haste early game besides Sheen. So the fact that it's down 10 seconds, it's nice. It is just nice. So let's talk about what I think Riot should do. So I think while these buffs that they're doing to Gangplank are fine, increasing base HP, armor, lowering the barrel CD by 1 second, I think the best way to approach a one-tricky hard character known as Gangplank, and to prevent him from being a pro play champion, which what makes him a better pro play champion? His ulti and his harass and laning phase. That's the only reason pro players will ever pick Gangplank, his ulti and then laning phase. So buffing his Q is very dangerous. Buffing his ult is very dangerous. How would I go about it instead? I think if you have ever played a game of Gangplank in your life, or if you've ever been a Gangplank main, I think you would agree with me when you say that it would feel insane and you would trade a lot of stats off of Gangplank in exchange to have the level 13 tick rate on barrels at level 11 or even even at level 12. Like if you ask a Gangplank main, all right, what if we kept Q the same or even increased it by 5 mana, but you know what? We gave you your level 13 barrels at level 11. Bro, every single person would say yes. And I think that's the correct way to go about balancing it, honestly, because barrels are something that at the end of the day take skill and are counterable by just hitting the barrel, especially if you have a double passive reset or a double auto attack reset, or if you just have people hitting the barrel in general. That is the way that I would like to see Riot go in the future because, like I said, it's a lot of stat buffs on Gangplank. An alternative is buffing his ult upgrades. On average, the average Gangplank player is getting your first ult upgrade at about 20 minutes into the game, 20 minutes into the game. So having more ult upgrades to choose from, maybe one or two more, maybe one, you can spend 500 Silver Serpents, and every time you get a kill or a takedown, it refreshes one barrel. That, again, these are things that I think don't make the champion broken whatsoever, but they are a nice quality of life change for people who put a lot of time into the character. And like I said, Gangplank is a very sensitive champion where it's very easy to make this champion broken, and it's best to avoid all of these stat buffs that he ends up receiving. So that's the way that I would go about it. But final thoughts on the buff. Final thoughts on this Gangplank buff. It's good. It's good. It helps in laning phase. You're going to feel it. You will end up feeling this buff when you're playing against champions who you fight. So Cassante, you will definitely feel like, oh shit, I can actually stay in lane a little bit longer. Against Aatrox, you'll probably end up feeling it because at the end of the day, the only time you are worried about your mana is if you're playing a good lane. Because against 99% of top lane matchups, if you misstep once as Gangplank, you are already dead. So this is in a way meant to reward people who are capable of not losing lane in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game, and it's nice. APGP buffs on the ult, we take it. We take it. APGP buffs, we take it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Gangplank. Currently, my worries about him and potentially being a pro play champion, hopefully not. And the way that I think Riot should address Gangplank should he become broken. So with that being said, those are my thoughts on the Gangplank buffs. All right, chat. Beautiful. Cinema. Cinema. All right, Aurelia. Aurelia, passive attack speed from 7.5 to 25%. And is now 10 to 25. Wait, holy. Wait. Holy. Wait. Aurelia's getting a buff early game. A really considerable buff early game. What? 7.5 to 25%, right? But look at what happens level 1. She gets an extra 2.5% with the max being 40% here instead of 30. That's a dagger. That's a dagger. That's an extra 250 gold worth of stats that she's getting level 1. She's getting a free kill worth of stats level 1. Damn, that's crazy. You don't see that every day. They're giving her a kill worth of gold level 1. It's as if she starts with first blood. Is the way to visualize that. Because you get it from level 1. Passive bug fix. Now updates attack speed on level up while buffed. Oh, I didn't even know that was a bug. Kindred's R cooldown is down by 20 seconds early on. Interesting. Nidalee, human Q damage range scaling from 100% to 300% to 100 to 325. Damn. So, an extra 325% damage on a max range spear. Damn. That champion is already very strong. I don't know why they keep buffing her. Last patch, they buffed Nidalee as well, didn't they? Why do they keep buffing her? Why? I don't know. Is Riot into Nidalee or something? They really want her picked at MSI? I guess so. All right. Rammus, HP growth from 94% to 100%, or to 100 health. W resist 27 plus 30 is 60, 27 to 47 plus 30 is 60, 27 to, oh, now it scales. Okay. Flat resists are still multiplied by percent resists. Those look like good Rammus buffs. Not gonna lie, those look like really good Rammus buffs. Champion nerfs. Rise is nerfed. His W damage is down. W cost is up. Didn't they just do the opposite, though? Didn't Riot literally just buff Rise W and then also... Okay, I'm done. I mean, at least they're walking it back. Twisted Fate. R cooldown. Wait, they're legit just reverting what they did. Didn't Riot literally just buff Twisted Fate and his ult cooldown? Vi, passive shield, 14% of your max health to now 12% of max health. Yorick, armor 39 to 36, level 1. Damn. Didn't Yorick just get nerfed again as well? Bro, what is happening? Oh my god, the champions that are getting hit hard. But they're like reverting it. I mean, that's what I mean to say. They're just reverting it. Okay. I thought isn't this like Yorick's 4th patch in a row of getting nerfed? Oh, fuck it, I'm done. Ah, fuck it, I'm done. Let's nerf Yorick, sure.